we talked before. Actually, we talked in Vegas where you were getting ready for the game there.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Remember that.
Yeah.
So this is your second media day with the Miami Heat, right? Obviously, last year was your first season. What's something that you learned about the Miami Heat that maybe you didn't expect 1 year in?
I think it's not expecting, but it's just like the level of discipline that it took to just like be on it every single day and just like keep putting on every single day. I don't think like I realized how long the season was and how many games there were. Oh,
thanks, man.
Yeah.
It's just hard to like kind of put that in perspective, because when you play in college, let's say you play like 32 games a year, and then NCAAs and tournaments, but like last year we played 100 plus games, 105 I think, 106, but it's insane, and the commitment that it takes to go through all of it and just like stay consistent is pretty challenging, but also once I learned from it, like last year was like a learning experience. Now this year I know what I'm kind of going into, so it's not like I'm doing everything for the first time.
Was there a moment where you were like, oh, blank, I gotta really like maybe step it up, or like this is way more than I thought it was gonna be? Like, what was that moment for you where you kind of made that? Where do you learn that?
It wasn't to a point where it was overwhelming. At least mentally, I didn't want to like perceive it that way.
Right.
It was always to find a way to make it manageable and adapt, because I knew my body was going to be able to keep up with, and my body and my mind was going to be able to keep up with whatever challenge was thrown. And once I had that kind of perspective, it was all about, all right, what can I do to, recover faster for the next day and be ready.
Did you have any preconceived ideas of what Spo was going to be like before you joined the team? Because you saw him on TV. I imagine you watched basketball as a kid? Okay. So you saw him on TV. You saw the Big Three era and everything else like that. And then you get to meet Spo, talk to him one-on-one. What was he like in person?
I think like the intensity that you see on the television does not really put it in like the real life perspective.
Really?
He's a very intense and competitive character.
Yeah. And that comes across even when he's talking to you?
Yeah, well, not like outside,
right? But
like in all realms.
Yeah.
I feel like of his life, he is in a sort that way.
Really? Okay. All right. That's interesting. So obviously, you're in a position now where you want to get more playing time. I think we have a huge European fan base that is like actively looking for you to get more playing time, and they, like on our show, they leave comments all the time. Omer's the key. Omer's the key to unlocking this team. How is it that you can go ahead and go about the process of gaining more playing time?
I think the biggest thing that I'll have to show is that on the defensive end, I'm able to dominate as well. Because I think I've shown that I can on the offensive end and on the boards. And I think that's the only piece that's lacking for the puzzle to kind of all come together. And me functioning with other guys, Kyle, Jimmy, and Bam. And once I can show that we're all in this sync, I think that's gonna put forward that idea that all right, he's the one that just can tie this all together. Because I can put Bam in his everybody's saying natural position.
Okay.
But also like he's going against guys that are bigger than him, stronger than him, and he's battling and he's done an amazing job. But I'll be taking a lot of weight off his shoulders, which would also allow him to be more, I guess,
be more mobile,
aggressive on other parts of his game.
It sounds like that's something you really want too. I mean, we talk about the fans always say start Omer at the 5, put Bam at the 4. It sounds like that's something that you want. Do you think you'll get those minutes this year?
I hope so, definitely. That's what I'm working for. That's all I worked for this summer, this off season. Just every day, 3 times a day, 4 times a day, whatever it took, and to be ready for this training camp to show that I am the one that can,
What was the focus for you during the off season then? Like you were just weight training or skills and things of that sort?
All of it. All of the above. Weight training has been really intense, and I've been like kind of putting more and more load. And agility training is number 2. I mean, we did a bunch of like speed test sprints, lateral agility, everything. And with that came the drop in body fat and body weight, which kind of gave me that extra gear.
So where are you at now in terms of like your physical, like what changes did you go through? You put on more weight and you're leaner? And
I've put on, well, I've lost 5 pounds,
Okay.
and I have lost 1.5% body fat.
Okay.
So I went from like 8 to like 7.5 to like 6, and I'm gonna, this is the off season. So like once the season starts, you trim up even more.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It sounds like, and I don't mean to put words in your mouth, but it sounds like you're really motivated to sort of show out in training camp. Just listening to you talk right now, it feels like you feel like you've taken a leap, and you want to show your teammates that you've taken that leap.
Absolutely. I mean, that's been the focus. Because like I said, like those guys, Jimmy, Kyle, and Bam, I feel like they are the ones that kind of the players that you have to, learn from and take from and kind of like fit around, like you said, like pieces of the puzzle. So I gotta show them and Spo and everybody that I demand to be out there.
How much guidance do you get from like the coaching staff as far as what it is that you're supposed to focus on during the off season? Like this is your first real off season with the Heat.
Yeah, I mean, last year was the real one too, but I feel like this year they have more of an idea of more of a direction because they've just seen me more, and it's just all of them have been really encouraging, and they're all really competitive as well.
Yeah.
So they push you every single day. Like every single one of the coaches are extremely competitive, and once they see something, they address it, and that's what you want. And that constructive criticism turns into improvement, and you stack those days 1% by 1%, it adds up.
Can you talk to us a little bit about what Udonis Haslem means? It's obviously his 20th season. He's basically said it'll be his last year. What have you been able to learn from Udonis Haslem, either from what he's told you or just watching him lead by example or anything like that?
I think that he's been, no matter what, no matter the trials and tribulations of the season and whatever happened within, he's been real, 100%. And he has that tattoo on his fingers that I kind of realized, I recognized after a while. I was like that.
Got a lot of
that truly describes.
Do you have any?
No.
No? Okay,
No.
Not yet?
That truly describes him because that's what he has been from day one until now. I've never seen him kind of falter from who he is, and that's, I think, very admirable because a lot of guys that are not that way.
Sure.
They might show different faces and more faced with different stuff. But yeah.
Have you found a favorite restaurant in Miami yet? Or in South Florida? We can open it up too.
Are you settled in? Are you settled into Florida? Like,
Yeah.
You are.
Yeah.
You feel like a Miami resident at this
Yes.
point? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So do you have your go-to place to go to?
Go-to place, I have a few.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
What's the one of the few? What's the one you go to the most? Maybe who has most of your money?
Okay. Good question. I think KYU.
KYU.
Yeah,
okay.
Q.
So I've got a trick question for you. You either get to do media day every week of the season, or never eat at KYU again.
Wow.
I would not be able to do it. No.
Sorry, KYU.
Sorry, KYU. No way. Every week of the season.
Every week you got to do this. Every
That's
week.
absurd.
Yeah, with the photos and everything.
Even if it was every month.
Yeah, you would still do.
This is an 8-hour day.
I know, it's long.
That we're
Tell
just
me
like.
about it.
It's the best, though. I mean, this is your opportunity to tell the world everything about Omer Yurtseven.
True, but then I also want my game to like kind of do that for me too.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
You got some playing time last year, obviously. Is there a key matchup from last year that you want to continue to build on, or is there another matchup, let's say somebody you didn't get a chance to face that you were looking forward to next season, or this season rather?
I think Jokic. I haven't faced him truly last year. I'm really curious how it is to just like go head to head fully with him.
Yeah.
When is that game? Do you have that circled yet?
No.
That's good. Yeah.
I'm just like I'm trying to take it like
For sure.
Right now it's the training camp and then
Yeah.
the first game. That's it.
Have you ever been to the Bahamas?
Yeah.
You have?
Yeah. In college we had like little tournaments.
Oh yeah, they do that.
So you're already familiar with what to do there, and you're looking forward to camp?
I think this is going to be very different because you're going with Miami Heat. So
Right.
It's a different experience. But, I mean, I'm not going to be able to, I guess, enjoy the town too much because it's just about dialing in for like 5 days. So it's not a big sacrifice.
Should be good.
Yeah,
Well, good luck to you.
absolutely.
Do you have any
so
other
much,
Heat
sir.
questions? I got a couple chess questions.
Okay, go for it.
All right.
Chess.
You're a chess guy, right?
I do know chess.
You do know chess.
Do you-
Because
do
I
you
read
like chess,
somewhere.
or do you just
I read
play?
somewhere that Magnus Carlsen is your favorite chess player.
Yes.
But there's that whole cheating scandal that happened with him. over the
yeah.
offseason. What are your thoughts on did he cheat?
He might have.
Yeah.
I don't know.
How do you cheat in chess?
They're saying that he had like vibrations in his shoes telling him what moves to make off of some software thing that somebody else was running.
So this is
That's
like
pretty insane.
It's insane.
it's like this is like
I've heard some
gambling
other
in Vegas
things
or
too,
something.
that
this
maybe the
guy-
vibrator wasn't in his shoes, it was somewhere else. I'm serious, this is out there, dude.
Okay, I've never
But
heard.
this guy is like, was a world champion.
Number
At what year old?
Yeah, like he was like 18 or something.
That's
He was
what I'm
so
saying.
young.
So
yeah.
like he was the youngest ever
Okay.
to do so.
yeah,
So I feel like he wouldn't need that.
yeah,
But also, you never know. Everybody's looking for a competitive advantage.
Right.
So it also makes sense that he would.
yeah. Do you
Because
play
everybody,
chess?
you got to be obsessed with that
Yeah.
to be that good.
Do you still play chess?
Yeah.
Often?
On and off. Yeah.
On and off. Do any of your teammates play chess?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Maybe
I
we'll
haven't
start
like
asking
seen
them. Maybe
anyone.
we'll start
I
asking them
would've
as they
played.
come down here. We should put a chess table out.
What is the game of choice amongst the Heat players?
I don't know. Everybody has different ones, but dominoes is the
Dominoes.
classic.
Spades?
Yeah, I mean, there are card games that go around.
You don't play?
No.
All right.
They're dangerous.
Too much money involved.
Last two things, and then we'll let you go here.
Okay.
What's something that Jimmy Butler is not good at?
Oh, let's see.
I'm sure if you asked him, he would say everything. But, I mean, yeah, he's good at everything. So.
I know. He would. I don't know. He claims that he's a barista, but I've never seen him like actually make a good cup of cappuccino. So I think it's all pictures.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
Wow.
a bold
Blow him
statement.
up.
But I don't know. I don't know what he's kind of not good at.
A Magnus Carlsen kind of claim there.
Cheating. Yeah.
He's cheating at coffee. He's going to Starbucks and just putting it in a different cup.
Fake barista.
I don't know. He has to like kind of do it for do it in front of
for
the
the gram.
team,
Yeah.
or something, or like a full video.
Interesting. All right.
And then what would a successful season look like for you in the Miami Heat?
Championship. That's the only way it's gonna be a year that we can say it was like this was a successful year.
Yeah.
This was a successful season. Yeah.
Thanks so much, Omer.
Thank you.
Appreciate you
Thanks,
taking the
man.
time.
Yeah. That's right.
All right. We'll see you around.
See you
Take
soon.
care.